Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having a great day. I'm having a good day, a little bit of a stressful day getting ready for my trip tomorrow. I think I've got everything ready to go. I managed to get everything that I need into one small carry-on. I'm so happy. I hate dealing with checked bags, so that's one bonus. And also last year it took me 2 days to get home from Nashville and they kept rescheduling my flight and putting me up in a hotel one night and all this stuff. So I figured if I get everything in one bag to carry with me, that'll be awesome. If I had to worry about bags last year, I would have been really screwed. I don't think I ever would have gotten my luggage back. So I got everything into one bag. Think I'm ready. So excited to be going to see my friends in New Orleans. It's gonna be so much fun. Hey Byron, how's it going? Last time I saw them was last year in Nashville, so we see each other once a year in person. We see each other once a week on video chat, but it's going to be so great to see them in person. They're really fun. I think we're going to have a whole lot of fun while we're away. Hey Stephane, hi Mark, hey Louise. Good to see you guys. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So my mind is pretty scattered, so I figured I would talk about something real quick here while I can still kind of focus on it. Hey Ange, how's it going? So I was going to talk about the warning signs that you may need a break. I figured that was pretty good to talk about since I'm about to take a break, and I don't normally take very many breaks. Hi Andrea, how are you? When I opened my business almost 5 years ago, I didn't take any breaks for the first 3 years really. Last year was really my first vacation that I took, which was to Nashville. And it is super important to take breaks. And you know, it can be really easy to just kind of not take breaks because you feel like, okay, I'm too busy, I don't have time for a break, I gotta focus, I gotta get stuff done. And you know, that's all fine, but if you keep going like that, you're just gonna burn out at some point and things are not gonna go well. You're gonna head down a really bad path. Not only could what you're working on become, you know, destroyed, relationships can be destroyed as well by that kind of stuff. So you got to take those breaks for your own health and for the health of the people around you. So some warning signs that maybe it's time for you to take a break. And I was looking around, Googling this and finding some warning signs, and quite a few of these actually really fit me well. So I thought I'd talk about these. So the first one is that you truly believe there just isn't enough time in a day to get everything done. So if you're just having that feeling all the time, like there's just not enough time to get everything done, you know, that's a really good sign that you've just taken on way too many things, and probably a lot of those things you don't need to be doing, but because you're kind of in the thick of it, it's really hard to tell, you know, what you need to be doing and what you don't need to be doing. So that's a really good sign that it's just time to step away from everything, take a break, kind of reevaluate, figure out the things that you don't need to be doing, figure out the things that you can delegate, and get to a place where you're more organized so that your work day is actually contained within, you know, 8 hours. Like, wouldn't that be awesome, rather than, you know, working all day every day. So if you're just at that point where you're just feeling like there's just not enough time, then time to take a little break. And even if it's just, you know, take a day off, take a weekend, just something small, just step away from everything so that you can clear your head and really think about it. Hey Melissa, how's it going? Oh, and you're sore, you had an intense workout. Awesome. Yeah, you need to take a break after that, and a nice cold beer is a really good way to do that, on a deck even. Awesome. Wish I was with ya. So the next sign that it might be time to take a break, and this one really spoke to me: a ringing phone stresses you out. I never answer my phone. Confession made. Unless it's somebody who I know, I won't answer the phone. It rings, I look at it, I'm like, I don't know what you want, I don't know if I'm ready for what you want, I'm gonna let it go to voicemail, and when I feel like talking to you, I'll give you a call. Or maybe I won't. So I am terrible, terrible, terrible with the phone. So if you ever do phone me and I don't answer, it's because the phone stresses me out and I hate it. Best way to reach me is either text me at the same number or send me an email. But anyways, if you're finding that the phone is stressing you out, that's a pretty good sign that you are just so busy that when that phone rings, it makes you feel so stressed out because you're like, okay, now there's more work to do. Or you might just be super introverted, which I actually am. So apparently that's one of the characteristics of an introvert, is that we don't like to answer the phone. But if you're finding that it's really stressing you out, it's probably because you just have too much going on, and then you've got this other sort of fire to put out when the phone rings. So again, time to just kind of step away and figure out how you can kind of streamline what you're doing so that you're not spending, so much time on it, or delegate stuff out. It's tough to do, but if you can delegate a few things out, and if you really let yourself kind of clear your head and really think about what you're doing and kind of come at it at a different angle, you'll probably find that there's a lot of things that you're doing that you don't really need to do. Like, you really got to think about the things that you're doing, and are they actually benefiting you in any way? Are they moving you towards where you want to go in any way? And if they're not, if it's just something you've just gotten in the habit of doing, it might be time to drop it. And I've done that quite a bit over this past year. I've tried a bunch of new marketing techniques and stuff like that for my business, and there's been things that I thought would be great, and I realized, that I was just wasting time doing these things, and eventually dropped them. Hi Jennifer, hi John Paul, hey Christina, good to see you guys. Number 3, this is another one that spoke loudly to me, is you have no social life. And yeah, my social life is like very, very small right now. Nothing really happening there. And spending time with, the people that you really like spending time with, people that you have a good time with, is really important. And actually, people who are have more active social lives actually do tend to live a bit longer. I put a link in my blog to that study that I was looking at. So it's really important to be social and have that time with people. Myself, I'm kind of guilty of not like actively doing things, like not actively getting out there and setting up, social dates with my friends. I tend to wait for people to invite me out, which is a bad habit of mine. So that's definitely something that I need to work on. And I do tend to bury myself in my work, so I just don't have the time to really, be social. But really important to have that social life going on. Hey Sam, how's it going? So next one, number 4, this is another one that really spoke to me. You hate it when there's a change in your routine. So when you're so busy trying to be in charge of every aspect of your life, and you've got it all neatly lined up for the day, you've got your routine, it can just like really throw you for a loop when something changes. Like if your client reschedules an appointment, or tries to reschedule an appointment with you, or you had plans with somebody and they suddenly decided that they're not going to do that, and you have to change your plans, or you have to meet someone somewhere else. You're going to meet them in one place and it turns out to meet them somewhere else. Like stuff like that can just kind of really throw you when you're just so focused on keeping everything under control. And that's kind of a characteristic of a control freak, and I admit I'm a little bit of a control freak myself. So yeah, when things change in my routine, I tend to get really kind of tense about it. I'm better now. I can actually, like, my first reaction is I'm tense and I'm not happy, but I take a breath and I deal with it and I go with the change, and it's fine. It always works out great in the end. But yeah, when I'm super busy, super stressed, any changes in my routine really, really throw me off. So if that's you, then it's a good sign that, you need to take a little break. And then number 5, hey Sarah, how's it going? Hi Bob. Number 5, last one I'm going to talk about is things that normally wouldn't annoy you suddenly start annoying you. So again, this one spoke loudly to me, so I wanted to talk about it. So if you're finding yourself getting annoyed with things that normally don't bother you, or maybe there's certain people who you're close to and all of a sudden they're becoming super annoying for no reason, like you can't even say anything about it because your reasons for being annoyed by them are just so stupid, it could be a sign that you're actually becoming a little bit burnt out and you need to take a break. Take a break from your work, maybe take a break from that person for a little bit, just for a few days, just kind of step back, take a breather, and just kind of let yourself reset. Hey Brian, how's it going? So yeah, if you're noticing that, and that happens to me every so often, and I'll just find myself getting annoyed with things, I'll be getting into kind of a bad mood, and I'll start thinking about what's annoying me, and I realize, okay, it's not that particular thing. It's just my state of mind at that particular time that these little things and are starting to annoy me a bit. So if that's happening to you, if it's happening more often, then yeah, really clear sign that it's time to step away and take a break before you do something that you might regret later. So I'm thinking this vacation for me is really well timed. I really do need to take a little break from everything right now. I mean, I love my studio, love what I'm doing, could not be happier, but even when you love something, sometimes you just need to have a little break from it, and there's nothing wrong with that. So those are 5 that I wanted to talk about, not too many there. Just a quick one. I gotta get going and get set up for a class, and I'm sure there's other things I need to do to get prepared for tomorrow. My flight leaves at about 8 a.m. and I didn't realize I have to be there 3 hours ahead of time. I thought it was 2, but it's 3, so damn it, that's early. But that's okay, I'll sleep on the plane. Angie, with chronic pain over 10 years, you've learned to forgive yourself and take a break. Oh, that's so good, Ange. That's good to hear. And delegating when you can. Yeah, delegating, things. That's a really good skill to have. It's a tough one. And what I'm a little bit stressed out about now with going tomorrow is that I'm leaving my studio from tomorrow until the following Monday. And my instructors, who are awesome, love my instructors. I'm so lucky to have the instructors I have. They are teaching some classes while I'm away, so they're kind of pretty much in charge of everything while I'm away. And I've never done that before. Last year when I went on my vacation, I shut the studio down because I wanted to do some renos. So the renos were done, the studio was shut down for a week, it worked out great. This year, the studio is going to stay open and other people are going to be in charge of keeping it going and everything. So to delegate that kind of stuff, to let go of that bit of control and let somebody else do something for me, definitely a big step, a tough one. I mean, I have complete confidence in these people that work for me. They are so awesome, like I said. But yeah, it can be tough to delegate stuff out, and that is definitely a characteristic of someone who's a little bit of a control freak. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, some of us kind of feel like we're the only ones that can really do everything the way we want it done, and letting go of that feeling can be a little bit tough, but it's important to do. You have to. And people will help you out. People are happy to help you out, so you gotta let go a bit of that control, and I'm learning that a bit. Yeah, Brian, I wish you could come to New Orleans as well. That'd be awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna get going now. If any of you are gonna be in New Orleans when I'm there, let me know. I would love to meet some of you. That'd be awesome. Hey Eleanor, how's it going? So I'm going to take off. I'm going to go do some stuff. I won't be doing my usual lives for the next 5 days, so I will see you when I get back, but I'm sure I'm going to be posting a lot of crazy stuff in the next few days, so you can just keep your eyes open for that. Okay guys, have an awesome evening. Talk to you real soon.